I have a side hustle that nobody else is talking about. It's totally unsaturated and it's making people up to $12,000 per month. This video is not just going to be talking about it. I'm going to be showing you the exact product, how to design this product, and how to see success while doing it. The exact side hustle is going to be selling 100% cotton organic tea towels. This shop alone has generated over $8 million with this amazing idea of adding people's pets on a hand towel. Now, if you take a look at their tea towels, you can see here that they have a large tea towels. They're also 100% cotton, just like the print-on-demand towels that I'm going to be talking about in this video, and if executed properly, could sincerely make you tens of thousands of dollars every single month. Something similar in the market happened whenever print-on-demand candles became available, and now you can get on Etsy and marketplaces, and you can see shops that have absolutely exploded because they got on board at the right time. So in this video, I'm not just going to be showing you how you can utilize a marketplace like Etsy doing this, but I'm also going to be showing you how you can open up your very own online store using a .online domain. Doing that is also going to help you to appear more legitimate, especially as a brand new shop that's opening up. Okay, first things first is what is print on demand? So print on demand is a way to sell custom products like mugs, tote bags, tea towels, candles, without having to buy a ton of inventory up front. So what you do is you create a design. When somebody orders that design, a company prints it and ships it directly to the customer for you. You don't have to deal with things like storage, printing the product, or shipping the product. All you have to focus on is creating and selling. For me personally, when somebody orders from my Etsy shop, I receive a quick notification via the Etsy seller app. All I have to do is go into my chosen print-on-demand platform, approve the order, and they take care of the rest. So it's a very hands-off business that I personally run on the side, and all I'm in charge of is actually designing the products. Another great thing about this business model is it does require very little money up front. So how do you get started? There are basically 3 very simple steps, and the very first step is to come up with a product persona that you want to base your products on. What you don't want to do is come up with a ton of random products. So you want to have one type of product design or niche that your products are in. So for example, with the tea towels, you could do specific designs like Italian print design shop. You could do a design of positive quotes. You could do quirky, funny tea towels. What this is also going to be is the design of your products. So if you go back here, the Etsy shop that I mentioned in the beginning of the video, their brand identity is pet. All of their products, including their tea towels, have the same brand identity, and that is the custom pet photos and words that are placed on their products. Now, there are so many untouched options for this. Some amazing ideas that I personally thought of was to do some custom recipes on tea towel. You could also do monogram type tea towels, so people's initials or last names on the tea towels. You could do vintage print towels. You could do like a Bible-based store where you're doing encouraging Bible verses or people's personalized favorite Bible verses, all of that together in a Bible-based shop. You could do funny and quirky sayings on towels. I mean, truly the possibilities are endless right now. And if you are stuck on coming up with an idea, or if you're stuck on funny, quirky quotes, or you want to do positive quotes or positive Bible verses, all you would need to do is go to ChatGPT, sign up for a quick account, utilize that platform for free, ask it for 100 quirky or funny quotes or 100 positive Bible verses, and allow ChatGPT to give you all of that in 2 minutes, and then go from there. Now, the next thing you would need to do after that is go ahead and create the designs for your items. Now, for me personally, I love the design platform called Canva, but there are also other ways to create. There's a platform called Kittle, and then you can also use the design studio directly in Printify. Printify is the print-on-demand platform that's currently offering these 100% organic tea towels in their print-on-demand shop. So that's the print-on-demand platform for this video. Depending on the design that you choose to go with, you choose which one is best for you, fits your personality, what you would like to design the most. For your convenience, the size that you're going to be creating for is a 50 by 70 centimeter. That's the size of the towel. So when you're into Canva, all you're going to need to do is select the create a new design button, do custom size, and input the 50 by 70 centimeters. You're then into your new design and ready to create for your tea towels. So keep in mind that while I was creating these for myself, I noticed that in Printify, you are creating only for the center of the towel. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to be doing a full design, it's only going to be in the center. So what I personally recommend is doing elements or graphics on your product, because if you're doing a full design, it's not going to fill out the towel. So I went and I created this specific design for my personal Etsy shop. What I did was I just aligned everything, made it look nice, but while I was doing it, I kept in mind that that was only going to be the center of a towel. So just keep that in mind. But to create a design in Canva, it's really simple to do. Let me kind of show you. If you select over here on the left under elements, what I did was I just typed in like vintage Italian print, because that's kind of what my personal shop is in. You can see over here, you can scroll, choose little graphic designs. You can place them in any pattern. You can just use 2 of them if you want. You can add a text box. You can change up the font, move around text, make it aligned nicely. What I did was I just chose specific graphics here. And then I went under each little graphic or each little mug or whatever it was that I had on there, and I put a little positive quote under each one, and I made it just a nice design like that. Once you are finished with your design, all you have to do is go up here on the right, select save, download a transparent background, and then download that design into your computer. Now the next step would then be to go ahead and upload this product into Printify, and we're going to talk about how to do that in just a minute. But before we get ahead of ourselves, now it's time to go ahead and open up that Etsy shop and your online store. Now luckily, in order to do this, it's very relatively simple, and I'm going to walk you through it. You can go over here to Etsy.com, scroll down here to the very bottom where it says sell on Etsy, select it. You're going to need to go in here, scroll through it, go through the process of opening up your shop, filling in the required information to do so. When I did this, it took me about 20 to 30 minutes because I wanted to make sure I did everything properly. So make sure you're setting aside about 20 to 30 minutes to input all of the information correctly that it requires. Just to give you an example of some of the questions that they do ask, they may ask here for personal information, what kind of business you're going to be running, if you are designing the items yourself. Yes, you are. You do have to design the items for this business. If you are going to be selling this specific item that's unsaturated right now, your production partner would be Printify. You can find all of Printify's information on their website. And once you're finished with your application, you're going to need to give it just a little bit of time. I think sometimes it's 24 hours, sometimes it's less, sometimes a little bit more for them to approve your application. Once approved, your shop's open. If you're going to be doing this side hustle solely and you really want to give it your all, I do also suggest opening up an online store, because most of the successful shops on Etsy that I had a look at also have a online store that they sell the products in as well. For them, Etsy's just one sales channel, but another sales channel is also opening up their online store, which they can generate more sales. You can direct people to your online website in multiple ways. For example, you can do TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, you can do YouTube videos, you can do social media content pointing people to your online store. However, you can also utilize the Etsy seller platform to direct people to your online store. One of the main advantages of also having an online website is you do not have to pay a ton of fees when people do order from you. Now, I know many of you are probably a little scared. You don't know how to set up an online store, but don't get too worried. It's fairly simple. I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a walkthrough on how to do it. The online store that I would personally point you to for this portion is Shopify, because it's very well known. They do give you your first 3 months for only $1. Shopify can also connect very easily to Printify, which is your production platform. So that's also a really big benefit. I will have placed an affiliate link down below to Shopify, and that's going to give you access to your first 3 months for only $1. Click that link, input your email address, and sign up by going through the prompts until you get to this page here. The first thing that you're going to need to do is go ahead and set up a domain name for your website, because right now this is the domain name. It doesn't look good. So you want to go in, choose a domain name that is not only easy to remember here, but is also going to stand out. It's going to have your shop name in it. Personally, I like the .online domain extensions for many different reasons, but to be clear, a domain extension is the last part of a web address, and you can see right here for this specific type of business, ivoryloom.online is available. The .com online domain extensions are very crowded. It's going to be very difficult to find your specific business name with a .com domain. You have way better chances of finding the name that you actually want with a .online domain without having to add extra things like dashes within the name of your store. Now, in terms of where to buy your .online domain, you can buy it just about anywhere like GoDaddy or even directly within Shopify. Printify. And the reason that I personally prefer the .online domain, and I do recommend it, is because it is the world's second largest domain extension. And it's also currently being trusted by over 3.5 million businesses across all kinds of industries. Plus, the word online is searched over 500 million times every single month. So it's really going to help you show up more when people are searching for businesses. Another benefit is that it's also going to fit any type of business. So if you're selling products, if you're selling services, if you're selling freelance work, it's going to fit for that business as well. I do also have some great news that my friends at .online gave me a great discount for you guys, and you can get your entire first year for just 99 cents. Go to the description box down below, click that link, and use the coupon code Kimberly, all capitalized, and I will drop that in the description box down below for you as well. Now, you will have to connect your domain name to your new Shopify store. I am going to place a brief tutorial on how to do that in the description box down below. So after watching this, just click that. That's going to help you set up your new .online domain very easily with your Shopify store. Now, once you've connected that new .online domain to your Shopify store, the next step is going to be connecting Etsy and your online store to the Printify platform. And don't get too concerned, that's very simple to do. You're going to want to head over here to Printify, open up a new account. It's free to do. Once you sign in, go here to add a new store. You can see right here that both Etsy and Shopify are the two shops that people typically connect. You're going to want to go in and simply connect both accounts to Printify. So just follow the little steps. Make sure that both of those stores are open if you did decide to go with both, and make the connection. It's going to be pretty seamless. All you're going to need to do is grant access for Etsy and then input your Shopify URL for the Shopify connection. In terms of your website design with Shopify, they do have some great options, some great templates. It doesn't need to be too complicated. You just need to make sure that you're going and updating it according to your website name, your company name, your business name, also adding maybe like a profile banner, then obviously updating the listings, so the products being sold via Printify. You can do all of that, and they do have templates, but I will also list a walkthrough on how to do that in the description box down below for you to also watch as well if you need a walkthrough. Now it's time for the fun part, and that's actually placing the designs that you made in Canva on your products in Printify. I want to show you exactly how I do this, and trust me, once you get the hang of it, it's very easy to place those designs on your products and list them, maybe 3 to 5 minutes once you get the hang of it. So you have to just take your time in designing, but once that's designed, in order to upload that onto your products, it's very simple to do. So once you're into Printify, come over here on the left where it says catalog, then the towels. Now you can scroll to the bottom, you can choose that specific 100% organic cotton tea towels that I mentioned. That's unsaturated right now, but they do have a ton of other towel options if you did want to decide on another type of towel as well. Once you're into the design studio in Printify, you can upload your design right here by selecting upload, and then just upload that file directly from your computer or phone or iPad, whatever it is that you're using. And then after that's completed, you're going to want to go through the prompts here of choosing your mockup. Printify does offer some great, really professional mockups, so you really don't need to purchase outside mockups unless you just want to. Your pricing is really going to depend on you. I do suggest making your prices very competitive with others on the market. There's only just a couple of shops who are doing this idea right now, so there's really not a lot to compare it to. You could just make your prices affordable in the beginning to where you're just seeing a few dollars profit, and then once you start getting more sales and you start getting reviews, you can up your prices a little bit. Nowadays, these print-on-demand platforms do use AI to assist you with the uploading of the products, so writing the descriptions, writing titles, putting tags in your listings, so it makes it really easy. You do not really have to spend a lot of time on this, especially when you're utilizing a print-on-demand platform. Me personally, I typically just let the AI assist me in listing each and every product. Once you're done creating your product in the Printify platform, you can then just go in and list it onto each platform that you've chosen to open. So on your marketplace through Etsy or also your online website. And it's that simple and seamless to get products listed. Okay, now you guys have the complete walkthrough of how to start your own small business or side hustle with very little money with an unsaturated product. And now the only thing you need to do is to be consistent, study the market, make sure you're adding relevant keywords, months. And make sure you're consistently uploading products into your shop. You cannot just upload, 5 or 6 items. You need to consistently be uploading products into your shop. I will place a video here if you'd like to watch it after this. If you guys found this helpful, I really would appreciate a thumbs up, maybe dropping a comment down below so that YouTube can recommend this video to others out there. Thank you guys so much for all of your support, and I do look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.